What is up, everybody? It is Monday. We're starting the week here. SPY is up just a little bit, really nothing special. Everything's kind of split. Some sectors up, some sectors down. But I got about 7 stocks on the watch list today. 3 of them are looking pretty good for an opening play here. SRE is going to be my main candidate. It has really made a nice run here. Hasn't seen any significant pullbacks quite yet, but I've kind of found out that doesn't mean too much for the gap and goes. Though usually it's better if you do. But just gonna have to see what happens at the open. EVHC has made the most volume I've ever seen in a pre-market session here. It's up to 21 million shares traded, which I just don't know where the volume explosion came from. Alright, looks like my clock is 10 seconds slow. So we got SRE here. It looks like it's stuck at 115. I got IQ and PCG. IQ for a long and PCG for a short. Looks like PCG might set up. I guess looks like all these could set up here in a second. SRE's gone. IQ might do something here. This is all-time highs for IQ too. I think I like PCG the most here. I'm gonna short it at 38.21. Spread's fairly tight here. Should be an alright short. There's room for it to move. Unless I'm too slow, and I am too slow. I do have 38.11. I guess that was the pre-market low. No, that wasn't even the pre-market low. It was at one point the pre-market low. Alright, IQ might be coming back here. So we got 50, so we got about 30 cents here. So I better go 700. Spread's a little tight here. I'm long IQ. I need about 40 cents out of it, so I need to see it above the 90 here. It's kind of struggling here. I'll take a little bit off. A little bit more. Yeah, it's getting kind of stuck here. Well. There we go. I need to take more. Always need to be selling into strength. This 35's holding pretty well. Big sellers broke through. Take another. Nah, it's too slow. Alright, I got 50 shares left in IQ. I just need to get all out, I think. Alright, all out IQ. That's decent. When did I get filled? I didn't even get a chance. 54? Okay, that was pretty good. Alright, all out of IQ. See what SRE is doing. See if there's any opening range plays setting up. SRE might be a decent one. Looks like PCG failed pretty bad there, that 38. I'm actually glad I didn't take that. The reason it took me so long is because I noticed on my daily support and resistance is that 38.11 is a daily point, and I didn't want to get, obviously don't want to take it right into that, so SRE seems to be pulling back here. It could be... I didn't even chart up until this point. I didn't think it was going to get this high, but it looks like it is. So it looks like 120 is going to be a spot here. And then after that, 120, 150-ish. I don't know. Oop. I think I should probably stay away from it. It's a pretty good setup for opening range play though, but I think this 120, since it's on the daily, I shouldn't trade as if it's just gonna go right through it. Something's going on in USG here. Looks like 43 might want to have a really good pop over this. I need to watch the tape first though, because right now it's just slow. I want to see that there's a hidden seller here. Very slow. I think I might have stepped down. I could trade it the opposite way here. Oh, this thing isn't moving. I have to take like 5,000 shares on it to even get anything from it, which I don't have that much buying power. Because yeah, this thing is only gonna move 2 pennies. Still want to watch this though. So you have that big wick here, so I guess it could make a move. Alright, SRE didn't even get back to 120. I think I do want to play to the long side, because if I'm shorting it, it looks like I'm only getting like 4 or 5 cents out of it. So if I want to make like a $40 1,000 share trade each and every time, risking that squeeze, because if it does get above this, it could see something. I mean, I can get pretty big size on this, because this is only 50 bucks. Still want to see what it does at the whole number again. Something's happening. It's getting taken out, but there's still, you can still see him there at 43. Let's see, it looks like max size I can take is 2,000. More than that, about 2,800. I don't know if I'm gonna get filled. There's so little volume. he's gone. Okay, now you can tell that there's a hidden seller. And that the stock wants to move higher. $0.10 is 150 bucks. Stop loss is really just if it fakes me out. Yeah, I think I want to do this. I'm going to take USG long if it breaks above this 43. So I got a stop limit at 43.01. Limit at 02. Stop loss is going to be if it gets me in and immediately decides to not move any higher. It's a scalp trade, so it's super quick. SPY's moving up, everything's turning pretty green here. Again, none of the gappers are moving in the direction of the gap. So my SMB trades look like they're not going to happen. Always want to see a strong open is the big thing for those trades. If it fails at 95 here. Might be a hidden buyer there too. Nope, if there was, he's gone. Or is he? What's going on with this thing? This thing is jumping all over the place. Be going lower here. Huge buyer there at 92. You might want to go test him and then come back. Alright, doesn't look like there's going to be anything else for the morning, so if it does get back up to 43, I'll flip it back on. Okay, I'm going to be done for the day. Didn't see a single thing after I ended up turning it off. I don't think USG did get back to 43, but I said forget it at that point. It looks like it finally did break through. Yeah, only 5 cents though. I mean, I need to have crazy size to make any money out of that, and I just don't have enough capital to really do anything with it. So, only trade I took was IQ. Originally, it wasn't even on my watch list. I just kind of, it popped up, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes before the open, and then checked it out, looked at it, saw it was making a move higher, said it looked pretty good, so I just went for it. Pulled back at the open here, you know, the usual gap and go setup, and then just take a high over the new high day. Had a pretty decent break here. Looks like didn't have any resistance until 34.45, which really was at the high of day. And I think this is actually all-time highs right here. Yeah, it was, because this 35 was the thing there, and then with the pre-market it had 45, so... Or maybe it didn't. Looks like it was 30 and then 35. Ah, that was it. 45 was a trend line that I drew. Where we at? You can kind of see going back to these two big spikes here. This 45 is right about where it was. But I don't know. I could have managed to trade a little bit better. I still think I took my partials a little too early, and then, you know, obviously up here I took them too late. So majority of my partials were not the greatest, but at the same time I entered this trade like in the flash of a second. I mean, I looked at it, I had to click the button because it was already at the point of entry. So I didn't have a ton of time to be thinking about stuff, but I knew that I was risking a little less than 30 cents. So I knew I wanted to take profits a little more than 30 cents. So I got at 54. So about 84 and up is really where I want to be taking stuff. And I remember seeing 80. It's like my first couple partials there at 80, and then the thing kept moving higher. I didn't get a chance to rewatch the tape yet. I'm actually gonna do that. I might as well just do it right now. Okay, now I just rewatched the tape, and definitely could have been a little bit better, but for the most part, it actually wasn't too bad. I was taking it here. It looked like it was struggling at about 80, and so I decided to take a little bit more off, and then it just kept moving higher and higher. Took them off a little too early at the beginning, and then took them off a little too late towards the end. So there were definitely some situations where I could have gotten it about. I think the bid went as high as 08. It didn't actually get all the way up to this 25 here. So I mean, I definitely could have made a little bit more out of it, but for the most part, it was pretty alright. So starting the week off, plus 233. Pretty good trade. I kind of wish I saw some more stuff, but I mean, just nothing played out. None of these stocks went in the direction of the gap. They just kind of chopped around. I mean, you can see IQ's going sideways. SRE going sideways. I mean, it's just EVHC's moving super slow. Volume didn't really mean anything. It's in a 10-cent range the entire day, so there's no money to be made there. But it's alright. Starting green feels good, and I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching.